This is how I got $100,000 by age 25.
Hey Pete, turn me up some. Yeah, there we go. Yo. Gotta get your brain right if you're trying to make $1 million. If you ain't gonna do it for yourself, then do it for your mama. Only stay surrounded by them people if you know they solid. Elevate your hustle up today to double up your profit. Trying to learn some game, Xavier gonna talk about it. No Deanna, speak that shit that everybody vouching. Ain't no more excuses valid. Get up off the couch and get up in your bag. To your bank account, need an accountant.
Hey y'all, this is Xavier Miller. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And before we started, I would greatly appreciate it if all y'all could like, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to get my first 1,000 subscribers, and I'm almost there. So if you could subscribe to the channel if you're not already, I would greatly appreciate that. As well as like and leave a comment, whether you agree or disagree with whatever I'm about to say. Leave a comment, man. That's greatly appreciated. We're gonna get right to it, man. So all y'all know that on May 24th, I'm dropping my cryptocurrency guide. And this is for all the people that have been asking me, especially the people that follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Y'all know I talk about crypto a lot. I made a lot of money with crypto, so I talk about it a lot. I've been in it since 2017. So I'm officially dropping my crypto guide, and this is gonna be a crypto guide for beginners. So for all y'all that ask me those questions, and how can I get started? What platform should I go buy on? I'm going over all that. I'm talking about how to buy good coins you need to invest in, which platform to use, taxes, price predictions. I'm gonna get a few price predictions. I'm gonna name about 10 to 15 coins that I think is good for the future. And I'm going over everything, man. It's gonna be everything you need to get started in crypto. It's coming out May 24th. I'm gonna put the link to sign up to be notified when it's dropped in the description. So if you want to get into my crypto guide, go to the link under this video, click that, put your name and email, so you'll be the first one to notify when it's dropped, and you can get right on it and get started investing in crypto. Do that ASAP if you want to get involved. So let's get right into it. And the reason I'm doing this video today is because people, like I do ads on Instagram. And if y'all not following me on Instagram, make sure y'all follow me at Xavier C. Miller. I always talk about a lot of stuff, give a lot of game, different stuff like that. So make sure y'all follow me. So I did an ask, and one of the questions that people always ask me for whatever reason, they always say, when did you get your first 100,000? When did you get your first 100,000? I'm like, man, it's an interesting question, so I'm gonna have to make a video on this. And now I think I'm gonna make more videos on my progress. Y'all know I'm definitely gonna make the video when I hit my first million. I'm making that first video, and that's on the way. So, but in this video, I'm gonna talk about how I got my first 100,000, and I first got my first 100,000 at age 25. So this was like, because I'm almost 28 now in a couple of months, so this is about 2.5 years ago. But here's the story on how it happened. So, okay, cool. So if y'all are familiar with me, y'all know I was in the military. I was in the Air Force. I went to the Air Force at like 19, going on 20. You know what I'm saying? So I was in Chicago. I moved to Florida to live with my older brother for like almost a year. And I went back to Chicago, joined the Air Force, signed up, left around, like I said, 19, 20. And my first couple years in the Air Force, man, I was BSing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was completely BSing, bro. I had all the Jordans. I had I had an Xbox. I had watches, all like clothes, designer clothes, all this stuff. I was buying Balmains. You can go look on my Instagram, man. I was buying Balmains, Jordans, all this stuff, man. I was wild, just wild, fresh out of Chicago. Never had no money before for real, and I'm just buying whatever I can buy. I'm away from home. I was in California, so I was having a ball. So this is like 3 years in, I was doing all this, right? So like this was year 3, right? I got tasked with deployment, and this is what changed everything. I was tasked with a deployment, and those of y'all who not familiar with the military, so this is how deployments go, specifically in the Air Force. Army, Marines, it might be a little different, but in the Air Force, when you get tasked with a deployment, you can get anywhere from like a 6 months notification until you leave, the 5 month notification, a couple weeks notification, or even a couple days, right? But luckily for me, I got 6 months. They notified me in June. I wasn't leaving till January. And when they told me, man, I can't tell y'all how pissed off I was. I'm not even gonna lie, I was pissed off, man, because it was not something I never wanted to do. I knew how deployments, you're gonna be working 12 hours a day, 12, 14 hours a day, 6 days a week in the hot ass sun where it's like 120, 130 degrees. Then I was gonna be gone for 6, 7 months, away from my girl, no contact with family that much because the Wi-Fi could be janky and stuff like. It was just something that I wasn't interested in. But I didn't have no choice. It's the military. You do as you told or whatever, right? So January came. No, let's take it back. Before January, my supervisors, shout out to my older supervisors, man. It was a guy named Dana. And one of my old co-workers, Paul, they was convincing me to get a will done. They kept saying, Xavier, you need to get this will done. You get this will done. And I'm the mindset at this time, I'm, how old was I in this for you? At this time, I'm 23 years old. So I'm like, get a will done. I'm like, man, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. What the hell I'm getting a will done for? And they like, man, this is the military. You going to the Middle East. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. And you don't want nothing to happen to you. A bomb blow up and you gone and you ain't got no will and your life insurance policy gonna be up in the air. You need to get all this stuff settled away. So I'm like, all right, whatever, man. I'm gonna get me a will done. So I go get my will done, right? And when I'm getting it done, it's a room full of people that's also getting their wills done. So they give me the paper, and no exaggeration, it took me like 30, 45, 60 seconds top to fill out my will. And those of y'all that know who don't know, if it take you a minute to fill out a will, that's not a good sign. Like literally all I had to write down on my will, it was Jordans, Xbox, a watch that my girl had bought me, and I had a little money in savings. So at that, I'm writing it and I'm done, and I look up, I'm looking around. I'm like, damn, what other people still writing? Because I was like one of the youngest people in there. I'm like, I wonder what they writing down, because I ain't got nothing else to write. And I was embarrassed, like, because I was just sitting there like this, because I was done. I tried to like act like I was still writing and stuff, because I was like, man, this is embarrassing. And at that moment, that's when it really hit me. Now, this is what kind of changed everything. It hit me. It was like, damn, if I died right now at this moment, it's pretty much like I was living for no reason. I've been living aimlessly. Like, I could leave Earth right now, and it'll be as if I wasn't even here, because I'm not leaving nothing. I ain't leaving nothing for my girl. I ain't leaving nothing for my parents. I ain't leaving nothing for my siblings. Like, I ain't leaving nothing. Like, it'll be like I've just vanished off Earth because I didn't leave nothing. So I'm like, wow, this is embarrassing as hell. So I'm like, okay, I ain't about to fuck around no more. I'm about to get my money right. I'm about to get my finances right. I'm about to get on my grind. And I knew I had like a month, maybe 2 months left till I leave my deployment. So at that moment, I'm like, I'm about to go on this deployment. I'm about to save all my money. I ain't doing nothing. I'm saving all my money. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna save my money. So boom, January I leave. I go to my deployment. I went to Qatar, Doha, Qatar, and the Al Udeid Air Force Base. For the people, it's probably gonna be some people that watch this video that's there now, or they may have been there. And so I was there. I was there from January. I left January 15th. I came back August 1st. And just like I said I was gonna do, I did it. I saved all my money. I saved all of it, man. So I came back home August 1st with I had about $25,000 for saving all my money. When I was in Qatar, I didn't do nothing. And I worked off base. I didn't even work on the base. I did postal. But while I was there, I worked every day. I went to the gym. I worked out. Me and my boy, his name was Gibbs, man. Shout out to my boy Gibbs, BG. That's what I call him. His name Brian Gibbs. Shout out to my boy Gibbs. We was together every single day. We like, yeah, we on this ground together, bro. We gonna go to the gym. We worked together too, so that's what made it even doper. We worked out. We went to work together every day. We worked out together, and we ate, and then we go watch basketball or something because the basketball season was going on. Then we would just go back to our rooms. He would go to his room. I'll go to my room, and then just repeat that process every day. That's all we did. Work out. Eat, work, work out, eat, work. I wasn't spending a dime. So like I said, that was done. I came home August 1st. I had about $25,000, right? So at this time, and mind you, so I'll take it back. So even during my deployment, I was hearing rumblings about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. That's what introduced me to Bitcoin. And at this time, Bitcoin is around like $1,500. So I'm hearing about it. I'm like, okay. But I don't know what that is. So I don't think at the time, like, is this a scam? Like, cryptocurrency? Like, what is that? I don't know what that is. So I'm like, whatever. I didn't pay no mind. So by the time I came home, it was like, I think it was like $3,000. August 1st when I came home, I could be wrong, but I think it was like $3,000. So I'm like, wow. At this point, I'm thinking to myself, I didn't literally watch it double in price. But I'm thinking like, man, it's too late for me to get in. It's already $3,000. I don't know what this is. This ain't no way it's gonna keep going up. So then towards the end of August, it got up to like almost 4,000. So at this point, I'm like, nah, I literally didn't watch this go from 1,500 to $4,000. I'm like, man, I need to get in. So I was talking to my girl. I'm like, and she was like, hey, go ahead. Like, worst case scenario, lose some money. But I mean, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this, man. I'm gonna check this out. So I put some money in there, and I started making money. And I'm like, whoa. But then what I realized, like for the first month, I was trading it, which was foolish to me because when you got solid assets, especially when it comes to cryptocurrency and stuff like that, you should never be trading them. You should just be buying and holding. So when I figured that out, I started doing that. But take it back before that, but let's say August 1st when I came home, before I even bought my first cryptocurrency, I had the money now. So now I'm like, okay, let's see what he's gonna do. I started investing in the stock market. That was the first investment I ever did. 2017 when I came up from my deployment, I bought BP, I bought Starbucks, and I can't remember the third company. I bought BP, Starbucks, and another company. I made an account with TD Ameritrade. Like I said, I didn't know much about stocks, but I just knew I got this money now. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna build some income. So I started investing in this. Amazon. I bought Amazon. I don't know how could I forget that. I bought Amazon, BP, and Starbucks. BP and Starbucks was the first two, and then I bought Amazon. So I bought that. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see what the stock market work. I'm gonna get my knowledge up. I kept learning, buying and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, this is cool. And then that's when I got into crypto. I learned crypto. I started trading. Then I stopped trading. Then I started buying Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Litecoin. And I'm like, man, this is this is pretty good. So after a while, I started making money, and this is still 2017. And then like by December 2017, it started boosting up. It was boosting up because that's when crypto started going on the tear. That tear went on at the fall, winter 2017. I'm like, wow, I'm really making money now. I'm like, cool. I had my first $10,000 day. I had my first $10,000 day, and it was either December. I think it was December because I had a staff meeting that morning. And when I was in my staff meeting, my phone was blowing up. People were texting me because I was telling people at this time like to get in crypto. So people started texting me like, hey, you see what's going on with Bitcoin? And I'm in a meeting. You're not really supposed to have your phone. So I'm like, excuse me, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I go to the bathroom, check my phone. After all these texts I was getting, I see I made $10,000, right? And I'm like, I'm freaking out because at this time, I'm 24 at this time, and I never made that much money in a day. Being in the military, it would have took me about, to make that much money, it would have took me about 3-4 months in the military to make $10,000. So I made that in not even a whole day, it was a morning. It wasn't even 12 o'clock yet, and I made $10,000, right? So I'm like, I go back to the office meeting, and I'm sitting there just like this. They talking at a similar table like this, and I'm zoned out. I'm not even paying attention. I'm like, man, y'all don't even know. I just made 10 grand. That's what I'm thinking in my head. So I'm like, that's when the investing stuff was really seeking in me. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to double down, go even harder on this. Thing was a simple process. Like the thing when you realize when you're building wealth is, it's not like no magic trick or some crazy stuff happen. It's just a process where you keep doing the same thing. You might be making good investments or saving money or got income coming in, but you just keep doing those same things over and over. Then eventually you look up like, man, like, dang, my money's been growing. So like after I kept buying different cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, I just kept buying those. Like I said, I started investing in Amazon. So what really made me money was the Amazon, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Those things kept going up. And this was before I even got into real estate. So that $25,000 I had, by the summer of, I came back home in summer 2017. By the summer of 2018, I had $100,000, and it was like shortly before it was like right around my 25th birthday. So but by the time I was 25, I had $100,000, and it was something that, like, wow, like. It was something like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. It was something that I was very proud of because I don't know if I said this in the previous video, but I'm a huge Jay-Z fan, a huge Hov fan. And for those that's Hov fans as well, y'all know from the You Don't Know video, the You Don't Know song, he talk about, I came into the rap game 100 grand strong, 9 to be exact. And when I was a kid, that song always resonated with me because it was somebody that I had a lot of respect for and I love his music. It's Jay-Z. So he's talking about having $100,000 at his first album. And I knew that his first album, Reasonable Doubt, came out when he was 26 years old. So for me, it was like, okay, by the time I'm 26, I want $100,000. That's what I was thinking in my mind. Like, by the time I'm 26, I want $100,000 as well. So when I did it, by 25, I was like, damn, I ain't gonna lie, I was feeling good, but I'm gonna tell y'all another part of the story. At that same time, and this is a very crucial part, at that same time that I got that first 100,000, I spent about 20,000 within like 2 months. So I had 100,000 and then went right back down to 80. And that taught me that one, 100,000 is not a lot of money. Two, is how fast you can blow through money. That's why you have to be constantly on the leveling up. I'm trying to get better. Because the moment you get stagnant, the moment you get comfortable, the moment you feel like, I made it, is the moment you will start to decline. That's what that taught me. Because like I said, I made 100,000. So I was in a celebratory mode. I was in Miami. I remember. No. Was I in Miami at this time? No, I was in Miami. I went to Miami with my brother. No, I can't remember. But I remember I was in a celebratory mode. I was so like, I had 100,000, about 25. I'm feeling good. So I was just kicking it, going out. I was buying clothes, buying just bullshitting, honestly. So that taught me like, oh, okay, you can't be satisfied with no goal. When you hit a goal, you gotta replan, re-strategize to hit a new goal. Then you gotta hit a new goal. Because like I said, the moment you stop having goals and having something to shoot for will be the moment you decline. I promise you, I can tell y'all this because I've been through this, man. It's gonna be the moment you decline. I looked up one day and I didn't even realize, I'm like, man, I just had $100,000. I got 80 now. That's exactly how I was like, man, I got 80 now. I just been like, oh shit, I'm tripping. Now I gotta make my target 200. I hit 200. Now I gotta hit 300, hit 300. So you have to keep upping your goal. So yeah, like that's just the story on like how I got my first $100,000. It's not nothing like crazy like some movie stuff. It's very simple, man. I was in the military, saved my money for 7 months, made 25 grand, came back, investing in Amazon, investing in Starbucks, BP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin. Within a year, my value, that value went up, that 25 went to 100 within a year. So that's how I made my first 100. But I'm gonna keep making these videos I don't know if I make my first 200 or 500, nothing like that, but like I said, I'm definitely gonna make my first million. But the most important thing I want y'all to take from this video is, and I even forgot this part, it's funny how it just crossed my mind, is that when you hit a goal, like I just said, make sure you don't stop right there. Make sure like, especially when you're young, because we got forever. Like, I was only 25 years old. Like, I couldn't live off $100,000 for the rest of my life at 25. Like, no, there's no way. So I should have never even got stagnant anyway. But it was just like a short-term celebratory thing. But my point is, whenever you hit a goal, I don't give a damn if it's $10,000, $5,000. Like, first you gotta start there. Like, first, because obviously my goal when I was trying to build up, it wasn't just $100,000. It's let me get my first 10. Because I remember when I got my first 10,000. It was like, that was a big goal of mine, like to get my first 10. That was a big deal. It was a great feeling when I hit it. And when I got that 10, I'm like, all right, we on the 20 now. All right, we on the 40 now. And stuff like that. So if you're on this journey, you're on that path, and you somebody that's trying to build wealth and get to this journey, like stay disciplined and stay with it. Like you on your way to 10, cool. You get that 10, don't be like, man, I got 10 bands now. We finna go to the club. I got 10, I got 20, I'm up now. No, make a goal. Redo your goals and go up. If you hit your goal sooner than you thought, like if you had a goal, this might enter your goal, and you hit it within 6 months, make a new one now. You need to double down. You need to hit new goals. You need to just keep going. And this is like a lifelong journey. This doesn't stop when you hit your goals. This doesn't stop until you die or until you physically unable to do so. This is gonna continue on till we die. Like I'm always, when I hit 1 million, y'all know my next gonna go be double it now. After 2, it's gonna be 5. After 5, it's gonna be 10. After 10, it's gonna be 20, and so forth. It's never gonna stop until the day I die or the day I'm physically disabled. And that's how you have to live your life, man. You can't let nothing stop you. Because like I'm reiterating myself, man. Like I'm getting redundant. But the moment you stop, you stagnant, you comfortable, your decline. You can pretty much guarantee your decline is gonna happen. And like I said, I live from experience. So pretty much that's the story on how I got my first 100,000. It just came through investing, doubling down, sticking with it, saving money, investing, and y'all can do it too, man. Like y'all heard that story. It ain't nothing magic. It ain't nothing like crazy. It ain't nothing that's like not doable for you. It's extremely doable. You just got to commit yourself to doing it. You got to stick with it. Like getting rich is a lifestyle. It's just not just getting rich and building. When you building wealth on this journey, it's not just a mindset. Obviously, the mindset is a major part. That's the root of it, because your mindset, your mentality dictates your habits. But more importantly, it is a lifestyle. Like the habits that I'm mentioning, you have to do this stuff every single day. You can't just you can't do it for 3 days and then take a day off and start spending crazy or not getting new information. You gotta do it every single day. This is a lifestyle. This is truly a lifestyle. This just ain't no. You just can't think it. You just can't say, oh yeah, I'm thinking like a person that's building wealth. Or I'm thinking like a wealthy person. No, you have to move like one. You have to act like one. And you got to do it every single day until you get there. Keep learning information. Keep putting yourself in environments with other people that you can learn from, or other people that you can exchange ideas, exchange information with. Keep traveling, building your network. Like they say, your network is your network for whatever. But yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all, man. This is just a short story on how I got my first $100,000. Like I said, if y'all got any questions, y'all make sure y'all leave them comments, flood them comments, do a like for me, everything. And I'm gonna keep dropping content for y'all, man. I told y'all I got some dope shit I got coming for y'all, man. I'm gonna start showing y'all stuff. I ain't gonna say much, but I got some special content coming for y'all. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. See y'all on the next YouTube video. Much love to y'all. Peace.